Alright guys, so we have a little bit of a part 2, I guess you could say, for the Genesis. Today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting on the manual swap. As you guys know, this car wasn't automatic, so it had one giant brake pedal. I just had it, I promise. Oh, well, it came with this big ass brake pedal, and now I bought 2 pedals from a Genesis, a clutch and a brake. And now we have to do a few things like cut a hole in the firewall and then cut some holes for the screws and stuff. So, I've already kind of started cutting the hole. I'll show you where on the inside. But you basically just want to use a 2-inch hole saw and just cut through it. Then we'll go under the car real quick. And I'll show you guys how it's supposed to look. So you want to kind of start cutting where there's this little shape, and then you kind of want to get it like at an angle so that way you can fit the clutch or the master cylinder through it, because when you do the Willwood kit, it's going to come with a separate master. So like I said, I just need to finish drilling that hole out, and then we're going to drill, I think I'm only going to use those 2, because this one's right behind the booster, and I don't think I'm going to be able to fit a nut and a bolt through it, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. Alright, so we got the hole cut out. We got our 3 little holes, right, 1, 2, and then 3. I'm still gonna have to cut this one away, but I just painted it. Threw some paint in there so that way it doesn't rust, because you guys know you shouldn't leave bare metal exposed. So up next is to just get everything situated and then throw everything in there. I think I'm gonna wait till the swap kit comes in so I can put the master in attached to this, so I don't have to do anything extra. And I did find the brake pedal. So this is the auto brake pedal, this very long boy. Up next we have brake lines coming. I have to do custom brake lines. I don't know if I need a proportioning valve, but I'm just going to send it. I have 2 M12s right here coming, and then I have 90s going down, and then I'm going to do some dash 4 line, and then one goes to the front left, and then I think I'm going to make the other one go over to the front right, and then I think I'm just going to connect this other back one to these back 2. And I don't know if you guys know this, but these fittings are M10 by 10. And the slave fittings are M12 by 10. So I've been looking everywhere. I had to go through a bunch of parts store to find the thread pitch because I couldn't. So there's that for you. And then I'll show you guys that when I get that done. Alright, so we got a few things in the mail. So we will finally be able to start working. Sorry, let me get this to focus. So we got a few things in the mail, so we'll finally be able to start working on the brakes. That truck was really loud for some reason. So, we're finally going to be able to start working on the brakes. So as I said in the last video, I need to do custom AN lines because I deleted the ABS where the old lines flowed, so I can't reuse the same ones that flowed back to here. So I have a few things for the car right now. These are dash 12, or I'm sorry, no. Well, wow. These are M12 by 10, and then these are M10 by 10. So we have a few fittings. We have all the M10s to dash 4, or did I do dash 6? I did dash 4. So we have all the fittings to dash 4. So this is the M10 by 1 to dash 4. So we're just going to put these in every single brake line. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is on the other side. So I'll go ahead and get those installed, and then we'll start doing the lines. Alright, so I got all these fittings in just to make sure they're good, and then I have all of these straight swivels that I'm going to be making the hose out of. So I have all the fittings in, and I just have the swivels there for mock-up so I can start measuring the lines. I'm still waiting on 2 fittings, a dash 12 to, or I'm sorry, an M12 to dash 4, but I have the 90s for it that are going to come straight off like this. And then on this side I didn't realize that it wouldn't fit a straight fitting. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So the OEM brake hole is right there, and I can't use a straight fitting because it would hit right here. So I'm going to need a little 45 degree just to get into that angle. So I'm just waiting on 2 more parts, and then I'll be able to make the lines. But I'll be able to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be able to make every line but this one. So give me about 2 days. I'm still waiting for parts to come in. But for you guys, that'll be in about 2 seconds. So yeah, cool. Alright, so we are back. I got my 30 degree fitting, and I already test fitted it on that brake caliper to make sure that it clears well, and it does. It works perfect. So what I'm going to be doing now is making my first line, and I don't know if you guys know how to make lines, but I have this
braided steel PTFE line, which is really good for high pressure hoses. Now, it doesn't look like it's braided steel, but when you peel back the conductive core, it does actually have, I don't know if I can focus on that or if you guys can see. Give me 1 second. Wow, that is really hard to focus on. But it does have this braided steel outlining. So the first thing you're going to want to do for this type of hose is cut away a little bit of the insulated part, and then you're going to want to fray the outside, and then you're going to want to unscrew this part. So 1 second. Unscrew that part, and then you're going to have this little, I don't know what you would call it, but you're going to have this little brass piece that's going to be sandwiched in between this blue hose and the core itself, and then it's going to get sandwiched in between here, so you get a nice seal. So I'm going to go ahead and get that together and then show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so I got my first line made up. I'll show you guys right here. It's a nice little 30-degree line. I nicked this fitting a bit because it was really hard to get done, but it works. It fits well to the brake line, and it's nice and snug. So now what I need to do is get my 90s on here and get them down, and then tee it into here, and then we'll be set. So yeah, I'll show you guys in a minute. Alright, so we got the last package, which is these fittings right here. Sorry, the music's a bit loud, but I'm gonna go ahead and mock it up, turn the music down, and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so I got the first branch of lines done from the master to the front, and then I'm gonna put this one also to the front, just to kind of make it nice and even. I'm gonna put this one out back here to these two backs. So yeah. Alright, so I've gotten done with my first, oh wait, let me turn the focus up real quick. Alright, so I've gotten done with the first set of brake lines. I have this one going to here, and then I have this one wrapping around the chassis over to here. So both of the fronts are plumbed. Now to do the rears, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow because I'm a little bit tired. So I'll see you guys in about 2 seconds. So I just wanted to point out the fact that it was 70 degrees yesterday, and now it's snowing for some fucking reason. So thank you, Texas. Alright, so we're back at it again. It's another day. I really wanted to work with the door open and the lights off because it saves on electricity. But as you guys saw, it's snowing, so I have my coffee, I have my music, I have my blunt, and we're all set to finish up the rest of the lines. So I only have 2 more lines left to make. It's these back 2 lines, and then we're going to work on bleeding the system, and then go from there. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. Alright, so I got all of the lines plumbed and routed and everything. It's not the cleanest over here, but it's definitely going to hold. So now it's time to fill the reservoir with brake fluid and then start by bleeding. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to pause my music. So now it's time to fill the reservoir with fluid and start with the bleeding. So since the reservoir did drain completely, I'm going to have to bleed the slave. So we'll start with that. We'll start with gravity bleeding right up here. And then once we get the once we get the master blood, we're going to start bleeding the individual brake lines. So I'll go ahead and get it up with fluid and then see how it looks.